It's been a moment since we've done a podcast episode. Paula, what's been going on with you? Gosh.
Well, I think since the last podcast we did, was I here already? And no,
No, no,
I was
it
still
was
living in
live.
Miami.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I'm in Los Angeles,
Living
and
the
I'm
dream.
loving it. Yeah, I'm here. A little bit cold today. You're freezing up there.
Well, it's cold. Yeah. This a time of season where I become a homebody. Like this is the time. Like I don't want to. I like the cold, but I don't like to be out playing in the cold or doing things in the cold. It's
Yeah, I
very
do. I miss the snow,
that
so
was
I
fun.
wanna
Yeah,
at least, I'm not gonna get snow here, but I can drive to snow. You
that's true.
know,
How far away would you say? Like
I
from yeah.
think maybe a 3 hour drive. I can 3, 4 hour drive.
That's not
Get to
bad.
somewhere
Like
with
if you
snow.
just want to, like you, within a matter of hours, you can go see
Yeah.
snow if you wanted to. That's kind of cool. So yeah, you're like not even across a couple states. You're like a whole freaking time
On the other
difference
side.
away. so,
Yeah.
so right now for me, as we're recording this podcast episode, it's 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So she uh is up, she's been up early kind of prepping for this, and it's and I know, I mean, is it okay, can I just say it, is it safe for me to say you're not really a morning person?
Why I am. I wake up every day
Well,
at 6 a.m., but
work, you have, I mean, commitments, but otherwise,
on
like
a
if
Sunday, on a Sunday, I don't want to wake up early.
exactly,
But I
so
I have to wake up before 10 o'clock anyways on a Sunday
okay.
because the Dolphins play at 1.
Aha,
So it's 10 a.m. here. So I'm always watching the game at 10,
that's so funny.
which
Yeah,
I
so
did watch some of the game now, and I'm so glad that I got to turn it off because it's going horribly and I
listen,
don't
how
want to talk
weird, I
about
don't
it.
know. Yeah, it's funny as you say that. Like it's obviously for us, we don't think about being up at 10 a.m. and watching football. It's another time zone. I really like. I've never really. We're on time, but if
Yeah.
you wanted to catch this, you have so kind of weird, like how to wake up at 10 a.m. and then tune in to a game. Yeah,
Same thing happened with Thanksgiving Day parade. Even though I could have just watched it when it
sure.
ended because they kept replaying it over
Mhm.
afterwards, I got up to, start watching it when it started.
Oh my
Don't, why? Why did I
it's
do
very
that? Next year I'll just wait till it ends and then watch it all over again. But no,
right.
I'm gonna watch it at the same time.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. It's like it's a little. It kind of makes you, when you think of it that way, you kind of want to see it real time, be a part of the chatter, be a
Not
part of the
only, yeah,
conversations,
and
and
I have
do it
friends that they were
together.
watching it
Yeah,
live there, and I'm like,
yeah, yeah.
I wanted to be a part of it. So my
And you
godson
were.
was also watching at the same time. So I'm like, good to be
Oh,
FaceTiming and did you see? And it was
oh,
Minnie's first time in the parade. So it was Minnie Mouse's first appearance in the Macy's Day Parade, which is crazy, like if you think about it.
I
Like, why
know.
is
I
it her first
can't
time?
believe. Like, what's the
Um,
beef? Is Macy's and Disney beefing? Like, what's going on? Like, why
let me
weren't
tell you,
they?
she didn't get some, like, I thought it was gonna be, that she was gonna get more time,
Yeah.
but
No, not really, huh?
they just,
That's interesting.
oh, here's Minnie. I'm like, oh, really? I've been waiting for this.
But wait a minute, the Macy's parade, what channel is it on?
Uh,
It's not by NBC, not the same people that own Disney, right? I think they own ABC, NBC. I don't even know. But one
they,
of those networks is owned
they
by
own
Disney. So
everything.
I wonder if it's the competitor, and they're like, screw Minnie, man. Let's just give her 5 minutes.
I mean, but Mickey and all his friends.
Oh,
No, and then they had the Mickey's cruise ship thing, and they had a lot of Disney stuff.
okay.
But
Okay.
Minnie was her first time being,
Yeah, and nothing. Minnie.
balloon up there, and
Oh,
she only got a little bit of time.
oh,
Sad.
Minnie. Well, we love you, Minnie. You
Yeah.
represented. You showed. You still you were there. Well, that's pretty cool that you're kind of like trying to still keep up. So all that to say is that here we are with these distances, or this not only distance but the time differences, and here we are connecting,
Making it happen.
making it happen just for y'all. And I know you and I we've chatted and stuff, but it got us thinking in about the topic of gratitude,
Yep.
because you're going to start seeing that, Thanksgiving, you're thinking about being thankful and gratitude. So the theme is feels very strong this time of year. But then we also start thinking about like, okay, we're edging, the end of 2024. We start thinking, where has the time gone? Did I accomplish a lot of those
Yeah.
things? And we sort of start thinking about our year. And sometimes we can beat ourselves up a little bit because we have an expectation that, oh well, according to my vision board or according to this, I should have been here by now. But then it's good to have that period of reflection, but also the best way, in my opinion, to kind of like step back and just look at everything you have accomplished in the year. I mean, for some of us, it might have not been maybe in our bank account, but it could have been like we could have had growth. Maybe like you, look at you. You're like in a completely different part of the country. You set your goal to do a thing, you made it, you did it, even though you feel maybe some other things are not where they ought to be. But look at everything you've
Yeah.
accomplished, right? And so we don't do enough of that. Celebrating those small, well, they're all big wins in my opinion, but those smaller things, and
No, and I also think that, we start thinking about gratitude, like you said, during Thanksgiving, and it should not be only during Thanksgiving.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everybody's like so grateful in November, but what happened
True.
to the other months?
Yes, yes, I
So
agree. And
try to extend this, you're feeling gratitude still because Thanksgiving just passed. Let's try to extend it throughout the entire year.
yeah,
And it's really hard.
forever.
What we wrote about in the blog is it's a mindfulness practice. Like you have to,
Hmm.
it's something that you have to practice. It's not like continue to be grateful, but you have to be mindful about it.
I feel like around this time of year, I start looking at what do I need to do for 2025, right? Like
Yeah.
2025 is going to start. What do I need to start doing right now? And kind of like not being in the moment, in the now, and appreciating what I have so far, what I've accomplished, all those things.
And for some people, it's really hard to find things to be grateful for because everybody's going through things, and um, it's hard, but it gets easier the more you practice it. Like the more that you can wake up and say, "Oh, okay, I'm grateful for this."
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to be grateful for, there's sometimes they tell you like make a list of 10 things you're grateful for and write down 10 things you're grateful for every day. And sometimes it's hard to find 10 things, believe it or not, that you're
Yeah,
grateful for.
true.
So I would say start small and, be grateful for 3 things every day,
Yeah.
but
Or
try
even
to
if it's one
find
thing, right? Even one
yeah,
thing.
even one
Just
thing,
like,
but find it throughout your day. Don't wait till the end of the day. Um,
right.
I sometimes there's a lot of traffic here. There's a lot of traffic in Miami as well.
Yeah.
I would say that the traffic in Miami is different because I think it's more hostile than here.
Are you kidding me?
And here it's more like there's traffic, but everybody knows there's traffic, so it's very
No
chill
one,
kind
no
of
one,
traffic.
yeah, okay, gotcha. Miami,
Nobody's gonna come out
everyone,
with a baseball bat and hit your car because there's traffic. In Miami, it could happen. Um, but it's sometimes, it's a very long drive and it's frustrating. So I've been practicing like, okay, let's look around and see what I can be grateful for. And it's like I'm grateful that I'm staring at the mountains right now.
ooh,
You know,
yeah.
I'm grateful that it depends what turn I'm doing. I can see the Hollywood sign.
How fun.
I'm grateful that I don't know, I'm driving my car right now. I'm grateful that I'm going to work. Some people
That's
don't have a
right. Yeah.
job. Um, grateful that I'm healthy or that I'm listening to music or or a
It's
podcast or
true.
whatever at the moment. But like
Yeah.
find things like that, and then it'll get easier. We have in the blog um 3 things that you can try to
Hmm.
do to see if it works because it doesn't work for everybody. Like keeping a gratitude journal. Not everybody's good at journaling. I have here to write down 10 things that you're grateful for. Um, if you can't find 10 things, one thing is fine, just one thing.
Right.
3 things is fine. It gets easier as you go along.
Hmm.
I like the gratitude jar. A lot of people keep a gratitude jar that they
Yeah.
write things that they're grateful for. They throw it in the jar and then they read it at the end of the year. But I feel like sometimes that could be like you will forget, it's 12 months. Like
Yeah.
so I like the idea of doing it, opening it at the end of the month, you know. And then you revisit, oh, the month ended. Let's revisit what happened this month. Because sometimes you
Right.
forget that something happened. You're like, oh, yeah, that cool thing happened.
True.
You know?
That's true.
Like we were talking the other day. Since I've been here, I've been doing a reel of the things that I do every month for my
Yeah.
monthly anniversary here in California. And it's pretty cool because I start looking at the pictures and the videos, and I know that I'm keeping them because I want to make these reels. And I'm like, oh, that's right, I did this, and how cool is that, And it's nice to revisit those things and be grateful for them and feel, grateful for them. Um,
I do love that idea. And I guess because it's what we're doing, sometimes we're collecting things to share them on social media with our friends, right? But even if you are someone that doesn't share it on social media, I think there's benefit to that. Like anywhere that you go, that you see something interesting or something beautiful or educational, whatever, we tend to reach for our phones and we take a picture of it, right?
yeah,
Kind of like that, or a screenshot of something cool you saw. But how cool would it be though? Is by the end of the month, take a look at your gallery
yeah.
and take a look at all the pictures, the things that you took, because that right there is a little bit of a moment to kind of sit back and like, oh wow, I did do this.
You and I are like very visual, so we need
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah, yeah.
see things to be reminded. Some people just, writing it down helps them. I like to look at it and.
Me too. I love that. I love that you're able to do that since you made, for 3 months you've been doing it, 4 months now.
4 months, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on my last one, my fourth month one. I have not posted yet.
Not yet,
But
yet.
there's a lot going on. So
Sure. No, totally. Most people, when they move somewhere, it takes a while to really get settled in. So
yeah,
I think all things considered, I think you're doing pretty freaking great for someone that's just moved across the country.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little hard because I um I was so excited to move here that I'm like I'm gonna do it all. you
Yeah.
know? And it's I have to remember that it's not really that easy, baby
It's
steps.
monumental. Some people don't even get to have the courage to do what you did and so quickly, and you like executed every bit of it. Like, because I know you had a timeline for sure, an agenda, how things are gonna go, and boom, 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 you met them all. I recall you and I, we had a couple conversations where you thought like, why is the world conspiring against me? It
Yeah.
seems like, you kept running into a couple challenges or hiccups that were like, and you
Yeah.
straight through that shit. So
Did.
you've done big things, my friend.
Yeah, especially when you are going through things that you feel like you're going through a setback or you feel like things are not going my way. You know,
Right.
you gotta step back and you have to be like, oh, but I did this and I did this and I did this and I'm
Mm-hmm.
so grateful that I have this and then once you get to that feeling, things will start working out again. So the last thing that I have here in the blog was the write notes of appreciation. This is probably one of my favorite
Mm.
things to do.
Okay.
And yours too, because you've sent me also writing notes, thank you notes to people.
Yeah.
We don't do that anymore. People don't
It's
like writing notes.
I you
Like,
know what the last person I did it for was that's when I sent you something. But yeah, like I don't have
Mhm.
or like okay, I'll tell you what I did. We had our office party kind of thing, and so there was some gift exchanging happening and stuff. And so I saw that as an opportunity. I got a little card and just I like to just tell someone that I appreciate them. I just don't sign a card. If there's a greeting or something already pre-written in the in the card, I'm still gonna write something in the card and tell you how awesome you are and how this and how like I'm so happy that you're in my life. I mean, in a roundabout way, because otherwise, if I say that to my boss, I'll seem
Yeah.
pretty creepy, right? But but like I just feel like while we have these people that are so important to us, or for whatever reason in this world, you have to let them know how much you appreciate them. I it with I mean that's just me. I feel like any chance I can get to tell my friends how much they mean to me, whether it's like supporting them with their stuff or a note, having that note. But the
Yeah.
notes we don't do that enough.
No. And it's a big deal. Just,
Yeah, a little note.
I don't know, saying thank you and how much we appreciate someone. It does really help.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
I,
it feels good for the person you're giving it to, and it feels
yeah.
good for yourself too. Like it goes both ways.
You know what I've gotten into and I've done also, and you and I, you're pretty good about this too. Like just sending a text message, a meme. I will send memes all day long. Okay. I would be like this
Yeah.
video. It's like this is you or whatever, or like you got this girl. Like that's my next best thing. That's like for me, it's almost like the next best thing to writing a note to someone. It's just
Yeah.
because it's so random. You can just send it
Yep.
any time of the day and just like boom, 3 a.m. I can't sleep. Boop, let me send that.
I like
Oh
it.
man, memes. I wonder if any of our viewers or any of the people out there like how do they what kind of do you send notes of appreciation or do you send memes? Like what's your thing? What's your thing? We would like to know, right? I
Yeah.
think it'd be kind of cool.
I I wonder if anybody has any other um like gratitude skill or whatever that that they do regularly. That's not like the jar or writing in a journal or like me, and I do it in the driving in the car whenever I'm in traffic, like just to keep uh, I do the what I'm grateful for. It really lifts your spirits, you know? You're like, what am I doing driving in traffic at this time in the morning and it's so cold and blah blah blah. And you're like, oh, but I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for this. And then puts you in a different kind of mood.
Gratitude is good for your mental health.
Yeah.
So that's, obviously you can see that like you feel like you said it puts you in a bit in a better mood when you're able to shift the focus from like being I'm stuck in traffic and you're not going to get anywhere if you're just going to sit there and blow the horn. So instead just kind of accept it, put your focus on looking at the beautiful mountains, right? Or the Hollywood sign. How cool. Like it's something that for someone else will be like such a blessing to see that. And here it is, it's part of your backdrop. It's
Yeah.
just your part of your commute.
Like I think about it all the time. Every time I see it, I'm like, I wonder if the people that have lived here their whole lives take that for granted. Like,
Oh,
I wonder because it's to me, I see it, I'm like, oh my, it's so cool. When you come here to visit me, we'll go
of
together.
course. I already told Bill, I'm like, I'm going to LA, right?
We'll do all the touristy stuff.
So yeah, so as we talk about gratitude and everything, Paula, you pointed out some really good things of like good practices, and this is stuff that we you can find on our blog. You want to add
So if
more?
anybody has any questions about gratitude, why it's important, or any tips on how to practice different gratitude skills.
I love that. Yes, I think you're touching some pretty good points on there, and it's in what you wrote, and it's it's in our blog post, and it
Hmm.
was if you go on our website on rebelizechange.com, it'll be the first blog post that you see there with Miss Paula, just kind of like leaning back, picture of her, and she's reading, journaling and stuff. So make sure you check it out.